Hello, I'm Jason Godfrey. I'm joined virtually by my 5 colleagues, Spencer, Nicole, Amy, Sherine, and ZZ. We are employees of 5 different state education agencies and a nonprofit. 2 of us are alumna of the OER Fellowship, and we are all committed to improving education through open education resources. Today, we're going to be talking about accountability through open data protocols and how moving towards an open data standard has helped increase tutoring implementation across 5 states. For some context, students in public school systems across the United States deserve the benefits, the full benefits, of high-dosage tutoring programs. Despite over $1.4 billion with a B, dollars of ESSER funding being spent on high-dosage tutoring, there's insufficient data to evaluate success or identify areas for improvement. If this problem continues, the potential educational benefits of high-dosage tutoring will not be fully realized, potentially resulting in continued learning loss and widening achievement gaps. We have the power to unlock the potential of these tutoring programs by standardizing how we track and measure their success. To test our hypothesis, we will collaborate with educational researchers, providers, platforms, school districts, and philanthropies to create adaptable frameworks for tracking and reporting outcomes of high-dosage tutoring in a uniform way. Imagine a future where every one of those at least $1.4 billion invested in tutoring translates into tangible gains for our students. We all know that open educational resources provide a lot of benefits, but let me spell them out explicitly for our use case. They benefit LEAs, local education agencies, and state education agencies because they can skip time validating and cleaning data from providers. Even if the providers give you perfectly clean data, and even if the state also has perfectly clean data, which we know is not the case in either instance, if there's no explicit interoperability at the beginning, simply making these 2 data sets talk to each other is a lot of work. And I mean, it's a lot of work, and it's something that has to be done on a case-by-case basis. So by setting up a standard at the beginning, you can save all that hassle for the local education agency and the state education agency. 2, this is good for tutoring providers because they're better able to measure the great work that they're doing and then pass those learnings on to their partners, to the other schools in the district, to the other districts in the state. Researchers are able to synthesize results, and meta-analyses are more easily able to bring the results across studies together. 4, and this is the most important one, students are more likely to get the personalized learning experiences that they need to thrive, to start closing the achievement gaps that have been widened through COVID. Most open education resources take place at the level where the education is going on, and that is between students and teachers. But there are a lot of other places where open resources also support education, and this is one of those. Although our goal is to create a standard that works at a national level, we're starting off with 5 states as proof points. And with that, I'll turn it over to select colleagues from these states to walk through what implementation has looked like for them so far. Over to you.
Hi, my name's Spencer, and I am discussing the strengths of open data protocols, specifically with this project through high-impact tutoring. One thing I really admire about open education is the ability to share information for the collective or greater good, and this project has really been a lesson in doing so. At the heart of this effort is the creation of a collective data dictionary for high-impact tutoring. And here we see the elements that make up high-impact tutoring, an evidence-based strategy for supporting students in school. Again, at the heart of this effort was the creation of a collective data dictionary, which I thought was an amazing opportunity to share frameworks and standardized variables, enabling a clear and consistent communication across data sets. This allowed us to speak the same language when we were analyzing data and ensured consistency and clarity with this collective team in this project. But it's not just enough to simply list variables. We needed to understand the variables in depth. So each one of us has defined meaning, and we came across and came to consensus. That way we could draw insights. We knew we were working from a solid foundation. This is particularly crucial when we're working across 5 different states with vastly different educational landscapes. And as our data must align, it must align so that we can answer questions across those different states. Aligning the practices and understandings across the 5 different states is no small feat either. The states have different priorities, student populations, educational systems. However, by focusing on the shared goals and this alignment, we aim to make meaningful comparisons and build a broader understanding of what works. Collaboration was so key in this project. We were learning from data experts across multiple disciplines in multiple states. And for me, I'm really thankful for that. And I'll kind of allude to that on my last slide. But this gave us the opportunity to leverage strengths that can address any vulnerabilities in our approaches and also share expertise. Any of the data scientists or education specialists or policy experts that brought different perspectives enriched our understanding and improving of accuracy of this project. Once we built that reliable system, it was essential to communicate the value of this practice to the wider field, right? And so this is where the open data protocols that we're working on and that we're creating truly ensure transparency and helped us build trust among one another and hopefully encouraging other community collaboration beyond just our 5 states. That with all the intent to ensure accountability for both the programs and how we're going about implementing these programs to make sure they really work best for the students. What's great about the project is it actually was multiple projects for me, and it helped me to understand and articulate 3 different outcomes. So that was an internal program evaluation for our program, also to create a capstone project for the fellowship, and finally to enhance how we're doing our legislative reporting, which was also a success and a great outcome. So I really like these tangible outcomes because they're not just hypothetical. Overall, I'm very grateful for having participated. And I think this project truly demonstrates to me the value of partnerships. And on this slide, I'm simply just documenting those who have helped me throughout my journey and giving thanks to those who help participate in these projects and help me to get the most out of these projects, in turn, hopefully getting the most for our students and educators and schools in Colorado. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Nicole Carmichael, and I manage the Delaware Integrated Data System for the Delaware Department of Technology. I'm also a Harvard Strategic Data Project Fellow, and I've been working with a high-dosage tutoring work group in the fellowship and with Accelerate to explore how tutoring can help students throughout the country. The Delaware Governor's Office and Department of Education, 2 very close partners in this project, promised and have been very committed to making evidence-based decisions, especially when it comes to our students. One of the biggest priorities of the Carney administration is improving 3rd grade reading scores, as they are a strong predictor of success even beyond education, like in health, in economic well-being, and in other areas of life. This is why we invested in high-dosage tutoring. We worked with a local nonprofit that coordinates AmeriCorps volunteers in schools to tutor kids in kindergarten through 2nd grade. As you can see in this picture, Accelerate helped us host a site visit in one of the schools in our study, and we convened education leaders on a state and local level, the tutoring vendor, national experts, and elected officials to discuss literacy rates and how to improve them. We also conducted a randomized control trial to determine the effects of this tutoring model, which is tutors meeting one-on-one with students for 30 minutes a session, ideally 3 to 4 times a week. So this randomized control trial will help us make recommendations and changes based on the results of the study. We are also doing a return on investment study to assess the best way to invest funds to receive the strongest impact for kids. We've presented preliminary results to Department of Education leadership and plan to continue the work to ensure tutoring with fidelity is delivered in Delaware schools. We are also uncovering the gaps in the data collection process and learning what it means to collect information in schools and evaluate government programs effectively. So we're excited to continue to do this work and hopefully scale effective education initiatives and interventions throughout the state.
Hello, I'm Zhanying from the Louisiana Department of Education. I'd like to provide an update on our high-dosage tutoring programs in Louisiana. Our initiative focuses on providing critical support during the school day for students who are below proficiency. We've partnered with 2 primary providers to achieve this. BookNook provides virtual tutoring in English language arts for grades K through 5. Zong delivers in-person math tutoring for grades K through 8. What we've accomplished: data integration efforts. We are collaborating with the SDP's tutoring working group to develop a tutoring data dictionary. This collaboration helps us coordinate with tutoring providers and the school system to effectively collect and integrate tutoring data. We are integrating this data into our state's central educational system using unique student LASIDs. This approach allows us to accurately track student progress and outcomes, supporting our research-driven method to continuously improve tutoring effectiveness. Comprehensive dashboard. We are also building a comprehensive dashboard that will enable school systems and teachers to monitor student performance over time. This tool will facilitate timely adjustments to instructional materials, ensuring our tutoring efforts are as effective as possible. Challenges: data privacy and security. We are facing challenges in coordinating data sharing agreements with school systems and providers. This process has been more complex than anticipated, but ensuring rigorous protection of student information remains a top priority. Overall, Louisiana's high-dosage tutoring programs have made significant strides. However, addressing challenges related to data privacy and integration will be crucial as we work to maximize the impact of these initiatives.
And there's more. We're still doing the nuts and bolts work of defining this open data standard. So if you're involved with high-dosage tutoring in the pre-K through 12 space, and you'd like to be a part of the steering committee, let me know. Email me at the address on the screen. Thanks, everyone, and I hope to hear from you soon.